Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Tom Elwes. I'm joined today as ever by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Tom. I'm in a great mood today. How are you?
I'm good. Why? What happened?
I came in a bit Christian then.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
You've always had that air about you.
I'm clean cut. Whatever. Yeah. Get over it.
Don't have sex ever.
Carry a Bible in my crotch.
Yeah.
Get away, heathens. Not to say if you are Christian, but
you got that vibe of like a guy who comes into a school and you think it's like a fun yo-yo show, and at the end they're like, "Oh, actually, Christianity. Come on, guys. Whoa."
you think it's a fun yo-yo show?
You know, they're trying to little song and dance to get you going with a bit of razzmatazz, and at the end it's like, "Oh, by the way, actually, Jesus will hate you if you do anything else."
And then they sort of, the yo-yo's sick, and then they get the yo-yo and go, "Now you know, life's also full of ups and downs."
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
But you know who will be there for you throughout it all? Our Lord and Savior,
the
Jesus
big guy.
Christ.
The big guy.
The big guy. Exactly. Yeah, they don't say God.
The big guy.
The big guy.
Yeah.
The notorious G.O.D.
Yeah, it's a crazy yo-yo show. I'm talking lights, and then they get a chair, and then they swing it round, and then they sit on it. Goes like, guys,
Okay, guys.
let's shoot the shit. Yeah, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, sometimes life can be a bit crap. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, maths is rubbish. I'm sorry to the maths teachers here.
I get it, guys. I'm one of you.
Yeah. But you know what you should be learning is
Yeah.
the gospel of our Savior.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ, God. I'll be handing out free yo-yos with a flyer
Yeah.
at the door.
You want to? I will teach you some yo-yo tricks if you just come and hang out with me for a bit. That's all, guys. We'll just talk about shoot shit. Get down to it.
Hey, you know what's sick? Religion. Yeah. What? So I have that air. Do you think that's a sexy air?
Yeah. I mean, to some. Yeah. Some would like to corrupt you, maybe. That could be your vibe.
Yeah, and I do get that, actually. I do get that. Bizarrely, what I get is sometimes, I date the posh birds. You know how it is, dating the posh birds. You know how it is.
One or two.
People sort of who you went to school with. And
yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
I sometimes date, posh Liz, my ex-girlfriend was from Richmond. So, quite posh. And I am their bit of rough.
You're the bit of rough.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
I know.
If you're the bit of rough,
yeah,
that's a very sheltered life they've lived. In fact, I think they might be very Christian if you're the bit of rough. If you're what they bring home to the parents and they're like, "Oh God,
yeah,
has he got a motorcycle?" That's.
I'm there being like, don't even go to church every Sunday.
Yeah,
they're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can actually deal with how much of a road man he is.
Has he got any tattoos? That's what I'm really.
I actually don't, to be fair. So that's
no worries.
You haven't got any tattoos, have you either?
No, I was thinking about
aesthetics.
It. Yeah.
What would you get? Diesel only the brave.
Yeah, exactly.
On your sort of shoulder blade.
Jump up my.
Jump. Underneath.
Savage.
Yeah, exactly.
Savage
Yeah.
Across my wrist.
What would you? Why haven't you got any tattoos? Because I think it's actually quite rebellious now, sort of to not get any tattoos.
I think there's a lot of people
maybe not rebellious.
Who got
weird.
you know what I really dislike is the people who just I just got a sleeve, and you're like, what? Cool. And I was like, does it mean anything? He's just like, no, I just went into the tattoo shop and I just said, just fucking cover it all. But no kind of, they've just gone generic template sleeve as opposed to thinking it out and being like, oh, I actually really like this, or I think tattoos should have some meaning. But equally, on the flip of that, if you think it looks cool, then do what you want, mate. I guess.
Yeah, I almost am the opposite. I prefer when people just get tattoos just for the sake of it. I thought it looked cool. Yeah, because I think, well, why not? Your body's there to do what you want with it. And, and then there's some people who get tattoos and it's like, this is because my mum died. And you're sort of like, okay, that's very nice. But then some people, when you've got to listen to people and they go, I got a lily. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but anyway, my spirit animal is a goat. Okay, I know that sounds weird.
Yeah.
And you think you get a goat right, but I had a dream. I was in Bali at the time, and I had a dream that a goat was sort of eating lilies, and that made the goat happy.
Right.
So I
in turn
I know it sounds so dumb. I have a lily because it's sort of like I'm always with the lily. The lily's always here,
spirit
and
animal.
And because of my spirit animal's a goat, and I know it's such a tourist thing to do, but honestly, I just think, and at that point, I'm just like,
You know what? You should just get stupid.
At least you're adding to the economy.
Yeah. I get you're benefiting someone.
But the problem is, I don't mind if that person is irrelevant in my life. I think, great, you know what? Enjoy your life, enjoy your lily, blah blah. But when I like someone and then they hit me with that, and I'm like, oh.
You're just like, that doesn't fit my Christian values. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you're a heathen. You got a spirit animal, a goat. It's so demonic.
There's no such thing as a spirit animal. There's only one Holy Spirit, and he's up there.
Yeah, so. There's three. The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
One of them is not fucking Billy Goat Gruff.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a goddamn man.
He's a goddamn man, and that's right, not a woman. Yeah. That's right.
No chance.
I don't even believe in that sort of shit. People would be like, I wonder what God. I don't wonder what she's thinking. Fuck you.
We
I'm
know.
a Christian bloke, mate. But that is because. But the problem is, I know that won't last with me. I know there's only some. I'm quite a patient guy because I'm Christian, but I've got patient, servile man. But no, I'm quite. I also do enjoy meeting new people in different walks of life, and I enjoy hearing about all that sort of stuff. But then if I'm seeing someone romantically or they're a friend, there's only so much. I know myself, and when I drink, I'm going to be like, this is all fucking nonsense.
Tell shit, mate. You know that it means a lot to you, and like you sort of base your whole personality and persona around it. Shit, mate.
Shit,
don't like it. I'll have enough, mate.
When we were in Edinburgh, I didn't tell you. When we were in Edinburgh, I went out to watch a show called This Is Your Trial, where they get people from the audience on, and you write down something you accuse them of. So you accuse them of, throwing up in a McDonald's when it was your birthday or something
Judge
like that.
Judy style.
Yeah, it's great.
Right.
Yeah, good fun, really good fun. A lot of comedians do it. I went there with a friend of the show, Adam Flood, who we'll never have on. But we got him on trial. My mate got him on trial for gentrifying all of Peckham.
Good.
The evidence was he's got a shit lid.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
If you go look him up, Adam Flood, ha, I think on social media.
Yeah.
He does have a shit lid, and the judge went, does he have a shit lid? And then just pointed to a guy in the crowd, and the guy went, just what you're saying there, just with such confidence, was, yeah, it's shit, mate. And then stood up and sat back down.
Perfect.
And then didn't say anything for the rest of the show, but delivered it with such confidence. And that, when you're saying, when your people have been like, yeah, your tattoo shit, mate, I will endeavour to deliver something with such... he was so confident of what he was saying. He was so sincere. Yeah, shit, mate. And then sat back down. Never met him before. Stranger. Oh, yeah. So good.
I mean, tattoos, the closest I ever got, my mate got the shittest tattoo of all time because no one can tell what it is.
AIDIF Pod. On his,
yeah, exactly.
On his shaft.
If anyone actually gets an AIDIF tattoo, that also opens you up to, by the way, if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, you can.
Patreon.com/AIDIFpod.
Yeah, you can. But, if you sign up for the max amount, which is $100 a month, you get a night in either mine or Ali's bed.
No, on the Patreon, we talked about this, and you said you get a night in our bed.
Yeah.
Revealing the news that you're trying to cover now, like...
Yeah, whatever. My
girlfriend Watergate.
Yeah.
That me and Tom sleep in the same bed every night.
Yeah. Anyway, you can have
with Tom's girlfriend, by the way. Tom sleeps in the middle before you start any of that weird stuff. But yeah, anyway, it's guys, a single bed.
Yeah. If you want that night experience, we will also accept a tattoo of AIDIF on your penis.
And we accept Vox coin as well.
Yeah.
as a
Vox coin. Yeah, this will shock you. My closest tattoo experience was in Thailand. I know you.
What a legend, mate! No way. Did you meet Chauncey while you're out there?
Yeah. Chauncey and the bloody chaps.
Yeah. Chauncey's out there this time as well. Yeah. No way. I'm not gonna lie. If you went to a brothel, probably would have seen him. Yeah. I
met a lot of those, but my mate did the classic tourist mixed martial arts, and he got knocked out actually. And then in the morning,
sorry, you can go and fight.
Yeah, so they put like tourists in, like just basically get drunk tourists to punch each other, and everyone watches.
It's tourist versus tourist.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
no, it's not tourist versus real MMA
fighter.
No.
And I was like, what a sick job! You get to beat up twats.
Oh, it'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. But there's probably some
privilege,
legal issue with it. But so they get a couple of tourists to beat each other up. But my mate had to fight a big Brazilian bloke who literally just knocked him out in the first round. He had no chance as well. Literally the pastiest, weediest boys ever, like 18. Like, oh yeah, come on, you're bloody doing, Max. Come on, yeah.
Sort of doing a shot of Sambuca before you guys being like, oh, this will be a laugh. We'll probably feel each other out.
Literally, like one round, just bang, got kicked in the head, down.
This other guy sort of doing handstand press ups, and sort of like with his trainer in the corner.
And then it was very much.
Did you go and jump in and defend him? Did you go?
No, mate. I couldn't. I wasn't involved in the fight. There's legal. We were in the corner trying to give our best tips from,
punch him, hit him.
Yeah.
Stop getting hit.
Work the inside. Yeah. Anyway, so he got knocked out, and then about 4 hours later, he was like, "I'm going to get a tattoo." And he was really concussed, and we were like, "Okay."
of the Brazilian bloke. That was the payment.
He got Super Mario tattooed, right? He got Super Mario, but he wanted to do the profile silhouette of Super Mario on his back shoulder, and it's massive. It's about the size of a fist, right?
Okay.
But they did it really weirdly. So it was like the silhouette was like they cut out the moustache. It just looks like a horrific birthmark. Like it's so bad, and no one
but
to this day.
So it's all in black. It's just filled in.
Yeah, completely black, filled. But they just did it completely wrong. I'll get a photo of it and we can put it up on the AIDIF story. But it's so horrific, and no one can tell it's Super Mario. So that's kind of tattoo that I respect.
What did he say? Oh, sorry, someone got and his message just now. And
yeah,
said, actually, mate, a pretty legendary tattoo I'll have you know. And it's not Super Mario, it's actually Luigi. Yeah. So fuck you, you got it wrong. Anyway, that's why you exactly that.
Yeah.
But what's your reason for not getting a tattoo?
I just haven't thought of one that would actually I would want on my body for the rest of my life. I think.
Yeah. Okay. No, not even been close. Never been.
No, never thought about it. People were like, "Oh, just get like." Just feel like you either really commit to a tattoo and get a big one, or just people just get really like small little like they've got I've got an anchor or like I've got a palm tree,
a little star or something. Like, a lot of them a constellation or like I mean, well, why not? My mate went full out, got a back tattoo, full back tattoo,
like a dragon.
No, I mean that doesn't sound cool. Like my friend of mine. Yeah. No, it wasn't a dragon. It's actually called a scepter. It's a dragon-like species.
It's a serpent out there. The medieval time.
It's a winged serpent, often confused with a dragon to the untrained eye. No, he got what's it? Mary, the Virgin Mary. And
wow.
The thing is, though,
religious.
I think he likes the idea of being religious. He is of Catholic descent. Sort of wears a cross. I don't think he's ever been to church. I don't think he knows the Bible. Right. Maybe he got confirmed. He might have got confirmed, to be fair.
I mean, I did. But
you got confirmed.
I did it all.
As a legend by my mates.
Yeah.
I got confirmed.
Yeah, and they dunked me in water as well. Yeah,
yeah exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. It wasn't bloody water. Bloody ouzo, wasn't it?
Oh, lads. Yeah. No, I mean,
I'm such a bloody bloke.
Yeah.
I got christened in absent. Yeah. And the priest, well, like, so he didn't have any, like, trousers. He was just, like, in his swimming trunks and then had, like, a dog collar.
Yeah. So that was actually my initiation to the rugby team. So
yeah. But I think he's that sort of type.
Actually, the initiation to the football team at Oxford Brooks is they made everyone sit in off milk and feed you chilies, and then and then they would make you sit there, and the only thing you could like would be to like take off milk. Fucking awful.
That is
fucking grim.
But more surprisingly, you got into the uni football team.
No, I didn't actually make the cut. They didn't let me in. So. It was awkward. Yeah. I really tried, guys. I really tried.
They let you do the initiation.
No. I'll tell you what.
And they were like, "We have actually seen you play, but you
can't. You've not.
Good fun. That was a good fun.
Yeah, good. No, I wasn't actually going out for it, but they had the initiation in the basement of my house because like the captain of the team was. I live with him. Yeah.
Oh, you live with the captain of the team, and you still didn't get in.
I didn't try. I wasn't going to.
It sounds like you did. You were saying,
mate, come on, let me in, like, please. Yeah.
But you did the initiation.
No, I didn't do the initiation.
Oh, so you just.
But yeah, that was what it was. Yeah.
You do any sport? Shooting.
What did you do?
Dressage,
shuttlecock,
what
croquet.
Did you do any sport?
I played like five-a-side, but that was it.
Right. Okay.
Did you do it? Were you in a team?
Yeah.
What team?
Big time. Improv.
Lacrosse.
Yeah, I did sport. Yeah.
Mathletes, whatever. Yeah.
I was in the improv troupe.
Oh, cool. I can imagine you guys had a pretty cool time at the York Uni improv troupe.
Great time. The Shambles, shout 'em out.
Yeah.
I got
the Shambles.
Shambles, yeah, it's named after. Well, I'll tell you the history if you're interested. Clearly, you are.
Were there any girls in it?
No.
It's exactly what I thought.
Didn't want any of them.
Yeah. One audition, we were like, no thanks. Yeah.
We all got scared and said, no, we don't exist. No, there were women. There were women in the Shambles as well.
Right.
And the Shambles named after the famous street in York, Shambles,
right,
which is the street that Diagon Alley was modelled after, where they built Diagon Alley based on that. So. A little fact for you there. You're laughing and you're learning.
How many sort of shows would you do at the uni kind of union a year?
Yeah, we do like one a week, and sometimes people would watch.
No, so yeah, that's good.
to maybe Upwards of 10. Yes. I mean, those were the people in the troupe that weren't in the particular scene, mainly.
Yeah.
5 of them.
No, guys, you have to watch now. You have to watch.
5 of them, a couple of people's partners,
Yeah.
and then one dude who came every week,
Right.
who no one talked to, who smelled fish. But anyway, apart from we called him Hank, don't know what his name was.
Yeah.
But it was the Comedy Society at York was fairly well attended.
Yeah.
Fairly well attended. Couples.
I just imagine our uni experience just being so different. Like I was
getting laid.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for listening to all of this podcast. I've been Ali Woods. This version of Tom Elvis.
I live with the captain of the football team. we got
I live with the captain of the clown course.
Yeah, so
captain of the
who's really winning?
Clowning school. So yeah, I lived with 2 of the mime quintet. So
Yeah, pretty cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, our uni experiences were probably different. I had a great time.
Yeah,
I would say doing mine. But so I first auditioned to get into the Shambles,
Right.
and I got rejected. Didn't get in. Because it's my fault. Rarely do fails on it. My fault. Because let me try and get the.
But you got rejected from the Shambles.
Yeah, I got rejected from the Shambles.
What was your audition process?
So you go. You're sitting in off milk.
Yeah.
No, there's no milk unless you want it to be, and because obviously improv you can make anything.
Yeah, whatever.
Imagination is the key. So. You'd go and you'd do some of the games. You'd do some of the improv games with people already in the Shambles.
So
you'd see if you could.
You're sweating at this point. You're like, oh my god, this is
I'm
it.
nervous.
You're like, oh, I've got to do well here.
I'm performing with some of the best improv.
You're just in the mirror
York.
before, like yes
Yeah.
and yes
Yeah.
and you know.
I'm there with Spizzy. I'm there with Dalton McGee.
Yeah. These guys have been to the Fringe upward of 2 times.
These guys have sold out one show at the Fringe in 6 years, so they're doing pretty well. Look, great people. Anyway, I got rejected, and the feedback was too dominating and too crude. Too crude and dominating.
Oh.
Those were the words
Okay.
that they were like.
Yeah.
And
Shouldn't have got your dick
heartbroken.
out, you know.
I shouldn't. And yeah, I did end the audition naked, but that's what the scene required.
Guiding everything to a love scene, just
trying to get with someone.
and then we kissed.
Exactly.
Come on.
So you're 2 aliens and you're in rival spaceships, immediately naked.
Yeah.
Aliens wouldn't wear clothes.
It's my spaceship. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, exactly. That was the name of my one-man play. But and then I also I didn't let that deter me. I was like, oh, that's shit, because I wanted to be in that. But I still went to the sort of open improv things, like open mic thing.
Okay.
And then I was because I sort of wanted to get involved with Comedy Society. And then my mate who was in Comedy Society at the time, he was a couple of years above. I had friends with a couple of years above, whatever, get over it. Pretty mature guy. And he said to me, apparently in one of the meetings, they said about me, they were like, we think he wants to be involved, but we also think he hates all of us.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that vibe of you.
Because look, you won't believe this, Tom. I was the cool guy.
I mean, in the Shambles, I believe it, but anywhere else, absolutely not. From the sounds of the Shambles, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you know that social ecosystem's pretty hot.
Yeah.
The Shambles improv troupe. But I managed to be pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
But then the thing with being the cool one is that people don't invite you to stuff because they think you wouldn't come. And I'm like, I'd love to come to your...
That's how you've lived your life.
I'd love to go. And apparently that's true for everything.
Yeah.
I'd love to come to your Sharknado movie marathon, which is the sort of stuff that was organised.
Harry Potter quest night, whatever.
Harry Potter quiz night. Yeah, well, it would have been like a Harry Potter themed improv night or something. But and I usually got invited, but sometimes people were like, well, we didn't think you'd be interested. I'm like, well, I'm not, but it's nice to be, I'm not going to come, but it'd be nice to be invited, you know. Too busy hanging out with the history of art kids.
Right. A lot of this is making sense now. This sort of, your rage and aggression, it all stems back from the Shambles. So, that's your drive. It's
my
built.
Stage and aggression. From that rejection.
Yeah, from the rejection. Yeah. You can't wait. If you ever get on TV at the end, you're just going to be like, and fuck you, Shambles. Yeah.
Live at the Apollo in season 81, when there's 300 people watching, I'll sign off by going, and guys, just so you know, I'm not crude and dominating. You're crude and dominating. Have a good night. God bless.
Good night.
Get out my yo-yo.
Yeah. Come talk to me after.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, we are now going to move on to some news. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to do the news section here. We have some interesting news up from Scotland. They are introducing the vaccine passport. Mm-hmm. They're introducing it for football games and nightclubs. How do we feel?
Well, I think I said to you off air, not a problem for football games. No one wants to watch that shit anyway.
Yeah.
Nightclubs is more interesting.
Because Scottish people love to party. that is one thing that, you know.
Feels like you're reporting back on Scotland.
Yeah. And Scotland
and
today,
you didn't go.
turns out, they love a drink. And then the screen drops and I'm just in London.
Yeah. So I'm half Scottish, so I feel. And
I'm a quarter Scottish, so you know I've got some input here.
Yeah, so we're experts.
Yeah,
and you tell by the sound of our voice.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a night out in Scotland a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Wow,
club night. Yeah.
Yeah,
and you had to do a lateral flow test to get in. Yeah.
What up the?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I put a bit of vodka on mine before I did it.
Lad.
I literally did a lateral flow test in the pre-drinks. And I was like, is this the future? Is this what we have to do?
Could be.
I went to the pre's. Oh, by the way, aggressively young pre-drinks. I was invited by my friend who's 24. Mm-hmm. Her friends, because she took a gap year before you, her friends were 22.
Yeah.
To the point where she's a nurse, right? So she was actually helping me with it. And she went to me, what's your date of birth? And I said it. And they went, what? And they were like, who's this old man? And I'm like, oh, I'm so uncool.
I could have told you that.
But then I was also like, yeah, but you're probably all virgins, so fuck you.
Yeah. But you weren't in the shambles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Give me a place. Anyway, a coffee shop.
Sure.
Okay. And then I did a scene for 20 minutes, and they all left. But anyway, but yeah. So I did that lateral flow test to get in Scotland. But it was funny going to Scotland because in London, it does feel like COVID doesn't exist anymore. I mean, maybe 2/3 of people on tubes aren't wearing masks, maybe half.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. But I think it's tipping towards the majority of people don't wear masks on the tube, which is still technically you're supposed to. And then in shops and stuff, I think some people wear masks, but a lot of people don't. And people are just out and about without masks in that. And it's like COVID doesn't exist. Whereas when you go to Scotland, they're a bit behind with their vaccines. They are still all a bit anxious about it and a bit more paranoid. Like we went in and they said to my mate, like the first thing that happened, we went to a pub and the guy was like, can you put your mask on please, mate? And he went, oh shit, I didn't even clock. But they're all like on that. So vaccine passports, I think it shouldn't be government. This is my opinion. I think it shouldn't be government done. It should be, if the venue wants to do vaccine passports, then they can do them. Fine.
But I think the issue is that no one would do it then. No one would do it.
Woke nights. Yeah, but then fine. They don't have to do it because they'll be interested on getting people in. They want money. So if they're like, if like the clubs in Shoreditch or there's no clubs in like Stonehenge or whatever, but if those places want to do vaccine passports because they know the people who would go to them want that, then go for it. But most of the country don't give a fuck. And I assume it's the same as...
No, but I think every single club would say no because you're incurring more costs because you have to have more door staff, you have to have more people checking these things. You know, and you're going to reject... You're going to have to reject some punters and they want as many punters as they can.
They could just do one night a week. They could do one night, vaccine passport night, and you'll get the coolest freewheeling lunch.
Yeah.
But they could do vaccine passport night on a Thursday and be like, you have to be double vaxxed to come. And then people can go in there and be vaccinated. And then you can get the absolute scrapes in on the next day. That's what I think.
Down to the venue. Yeah.
Do you think this will come in England? Nah, sure.
No, I think there's too many people in England who are anti... Well, I know it's like our vaccine uptake is like 82% or something, but that's it. Yeah, and I imagine the percentage of people who are not getting vaxxed, I don't know how many of them are going to be of clubbing age. I don't really know what the demographic is.
No, young people are anti-vaxxers more than older people.
Yeah, that's true.
That?
Sort
it's
of vaping true, DJs.
Like. Yeah, no, but it's genuinely true, and people who because those older bastards, they're just used to being told what to do.
Yeah,
they just didn't like when black people were saying, "Oh, don't be racist." They don't like that. They don't like being told not to do. But if the government, if bloody Boris Bojo, good lad, says, "All right, go get your vaccine," they'll go get their vaccines, man. They trust in the. But when you got young people who can be super woke, but their information feed is from YouTube and their social media, and someone they really like is like, "Don't get the vaccine," who we'll talk about in a minute, is saying that, then they're more likely to be like, you know what, I'm healthy if I get it. Fuck it, whatever. whatever. I've had people talk to me, people we both know, say I'm not going to get a vaccine because I back my immune system. Basically,
it's really. I just think we are a pro-vax podcast here. I know it's probably going to alienate some people.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, he's out.
Sorry, what? Get out of here, mate. You know what? Fuck you.
But I think, I don't know, it's just difficult because if you leave it up to the venue, no venue would do it. So it completely, you might as, you're just saying we don't have a vaccine passport at all. Because
Are you pro-vaccine passport then?
I'm pro.
You don't got anymore anyway.
I know, but I'm just pro-vaccine.
Too old.
And the why they want to do the vaccine passport is to weed out the people who are not getting the vaccine. They're just
to encourage you. To be like, look, we all love Tiger. We all love Las Iguanas, Vodka Revs.
All the hits.
I mean, you're talking about my bank holiday weekend there. But
that was just Sunday, mate. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it was weekend. Yeah. Sunday, I didn't have any alcohol. Just they're my favourite place.
Just went for the vibe.
Yeah, my favourite place to eat and drink.
And in the food.
Yeah, exactly. Vodka Revs have got a great grill.
Yeah, they're tapas.
And the nachos at Las Iguanas probably are quite good, to be fair. But anyway, they're saying, if you like those places, you've got to get vaccine to enjoy that life. And I get it. And I've been double vaxxed because I wanted to get double vaxxed. I don't really get why you wouldn't for a lot of people. But I still think the venue should be able to decide for themselves. And if none of them want to do it, none of them want to do it.
Yeah,
but it should be. It's like the way some venues you can say what age to come in. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be 18 for these venues. A lot of people just say 18 because that's the lowest legal. But for instance, a club you and I know very well, Infernos, which is, if this podcast goes well, that's where I want to do our live. We've done a live already, but our second live to be
from Infernos.
From Infernos, that's sort of 1 a.m.
Yeah, from the middle of the dance floor. I don't want to rent the venue. I just want to,
Infernos would be a good venue for us. I think that's our sort of crowd. Yeah, Infernos crowd.
Definitely, Clapham Grand, Infernos, double up. We'll do a gig at the Clapham Grand onto Infernos for the live pod.
For the live and the live drink along or something like that.
The DJ is just going to play various different episodes of our pod.
The hits.
Yeah.
And then like chuck in S Club 7 every sort of 6 episodes.
If he has to.
But their age is 21. Right? And they've just decided that's 21 because that's what they want to do. They don't have to do that. Obviously, they can do 18 because they don't want the students there. So people could just do vaccine passports if they want to or not, I think. But then it should be legal that, if you go without a vaccine passport and they're like, sorry, we're a vaccine passport club, that venue's backed by the law.
What I want is, particularly for travel, either vaccine passport or tests, because doing both is bullshit. I shouldn't have to incur extra cost now I've been double vaxxed. I think if I've got a vaccine passport, then fucking fine. I don't have to then.
So lateral flow tests are easy to just do wrong and then get in.
What you did see at Reading, how many you see all the positive people, like people on the floor finding positive lateral flow tests at Reading Festival.
That's shocking, isn't it?
But let's be honest, if I was in the middle of a 3-day festival, it's Saturday at Reading, like, I'm about to go and see fucking, I don't know,
what was it?
Liam Gallagher. What festival?
Did they have to take lateral flows?
I think maybe to get in. I don't know for sure, to be honest. I have no clue. But a lot
Vittorio, our producer, who's in the house. Hello, Vittorio.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Have you got any input on the Reading lateral
You're usually clued up on these things.
Well, I know you can make a lateral flow positive by putting orange juice on it, because my younger cousins, to get off school,
wow,
just put orange juice on it.
There you go. Who says you don't get information on this podcast? If you need a positive lateral flow test, get your Tropicana going.
Yeah, and you're off school, guys.
Have a sip for me, one for the flow test.
While I'm on mic, Tom, you've spent the whole podcast turning around to put your back to the camera as much as possible.
That's as well. I like it.
He's showing off his only the brave
my back shoulder muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
Been working on it.
Mate, do you think I don't work on the latissimus dorsi without people looking at it? Yeah. Mate, honestly.
Good.
Doing a lot of that during the podcast. Well, here you are. Oh, hello, Tom.
Oh, hello. Okay. Back again.
Well, look, speaking of anti-vaxxers, Tom, you've got more news for us. Second big news story.
Second is a popular podcaster, possibly the most popular in the world now. I don't know if
have we lost that? Have we lost that title?
Yeah, just.
Don't laugh, Vittorio. Yeah. You're incriminated as well as a producer.
You're on this, mate. Your name's all over. We're going down. You're coming with us.
People go, do you listen to that shit Vittorio podcast called All I Do Is Fail? That's what they say. That's what I've heard them say. That's me. So
So popular podcaster and comedian Joe Rogan has tested positive for coronavirus after saying that he wouldn't get the vaccine because he backed his immune system. He was one of those people who said he's fit and healthy and he backed himself. And he has come out and said that he tested positive. He said he had 2 rough days, but now is in the clear. And he took various different drugs, one of which was a horse deworming drug to help him get through COVID.
Which we're going to take live on the show.
Yeah.
Haven't got it. Maybe next week. Yeah. If someone, again, look, I think basically the $100 mark on our Patreon, you can get us to do pretty much everything. If someone donates $100, we will get a horse deworming.
Yeah, I'll give it one.
Try it.
If it's good enough for Rogan, it's good enough for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently he's feeling all right now. He's feeling okay. I mean, I think the issue is with COVID that the majority of people don't have $100 million, so they can't afford all these experimental drugs that Rogan's probably taking him to get him through. And
we're trying to get $100.
Yeah,
can't even get, let alone $100 million.
So I think that's the problem there. And he has been, I don't know, he's not necessarily been negative about he's sort of been very on the fence.
Positive about one thing.
Yeah.
Zing. Take that, Rogan. I know you listen.
Yeah.
I know you listen.
Yeah, I would have felt that hurt him. Yeah, he's not been negative about the vaccine, but he's just been on the fence with it. He hasn't really said one way or the other, but he didn't get the vaccine himself.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is going to happen. I think, I mean, obviously my bubble is very liberal and left-wing because that's where the fittest gal are. That's why I do it. Which is actually not true. But no, I'm joking. I don't have social media. But this on my feed, right, there is people retweeting and sharing these sort of people who are going, another anti-vaxxer who's died. What's going on? As if like, are people killing off anti-vaxxers because they know the truth? And it's like, no, it's because they got ill and died. They're all like people in their 60s and 70s and stuff. And it's like the third outspoken anti-vaxxer, blah, 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 64 has died. And people are retweeting being like, oh my God, they're coming for us. Like, they're literally like, they don't want the truth. And it's like, are you fucking serious, mate?
But, you've got to deny it if it's your cause, if it's, what you've built your career on.
But I think they're through the looking glass at that point. They couldn't. No. They just know whatever's happening, it can't be that vaccines stop.
Not their problem.
Or prevent COVID or make it less severe or wwhatever. It just is.
It's the underground lizard Nazis,
who we've got on next week. Great band. Great band. But yeah, I mean, also, I think it's amazing for him. Fair play for him. Could have covered it up as well, to be fair, because about having COVID.
But he came out and said it and did it. But I think he wanted to promote it. I think he wanted to promote it because he wanted to say, I'm okay. The whole thing was he wanted to be like, I was sick for a day, but now I'm fine. Because his whole thing was like,
people. Yeah, but he's not a vulnerable person, is he? How old is he? Like
no,
40, 50?
No, he's like 50 something. But he is very healthy and whatever. But the majority of people are not necessarily as healthy as he is and not super fit and doing loads of exercise and all that. So I think if everyone was, maybe COVID would be less of a problem. But unfortunately, it's not.
Also, people have just existing diseases and conditions and stuff. It's not their fault, and that's fine. But now you're double vaxxed. I'm double vaxxed. Vittorio is double vaxxed as well.
Double. That's all just kiss.
We got. So let's get our cocks out. I don't know what any of that sentence was. But yeah, we would encourage you to get your vaccine if you've not already. I had my second dose. Vittorio, you said you were fine. I had my second dose. You were fine.
I got on Tuesday. I brushed off both. But in between my vaccines, I had COVID.
So you potentially a triple vax right there. That's as good as it can be.
I am so immune. It's unbelievable.
And he actually radiates. He's one of those. When you're playing online RPG games and stuff, when you have people with their skills are they give health to others. That's Vittorio at the moment. He's giving HP out and vulnerability.
He does it by licking doorknobs. So.
I'm just trying
if you know what I mean. But you were okay, weren't you?
I was fine. Bit tired for a couple of days. Bit tired and sore arm, but that was it. No symptoms. No sickness.
I'd recommend getting it. So
come on, guys.
There you go.
Jump in, and do so. So things like Tom Cruise's films don't need to be delayed again. Do it so we don't have to have another delay to Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible film, new Mission Impossible and Top Gun film.
Tom Cruise is chilled out and today. I'm sure he won't bother him. He'll be there going, whatever, man. Just release it when you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm chill. I'm cool. pause in the and
Keep going.
it's gone. We had the police, I think it was, who came to arrest us
for anti-vax comments.
For anti-vax for crimes against podcasting, and they've gone. Yeah, I mean, I didn't realise. I thought Top Gun had come out because it was advertised so long ago.
Well, it's so crazy with some of these films. It's like, I remember it was a Quiet Place 2 was being advertised heavily just before, and then they had to wait a year and a half.
And let me tell you, that cinema was a quiet place. Let me tell you.
Equally, James Bond is finally coming out in September.
Nah.
And it was meant to come out just like in, April, and obviously everything shut down in the March 2020. So
on a side note, can you believe it's fucking September 2021?
No.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's 2 years of our life.
February 2020 feels like 3 months ago.
Yeah. Fucking weird. It's going to be 2 years very, very shortly. Like, blink and we'll be 2 years of pandemic.
But you know what hasn't stopped during that 2 years?
The banter.
The banter. The good times. The bad times.
We said at the beginning of this pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, that we would produce you a podcast every week without fail. And we have upheld that promise.
Yes, we are the cockroaches of podcasting. And I will not have anyone slander our good name. Yeah. Well, we look forward to where we could do a live review of Top Gun, Mission Impossible, and all the films. Well, I don't think we have expertise in film podcast. You know how that would go? I'd be like, yeah, I thought it was right. And you'd be like, I thought it was okay until, like, no, okay, so real talk, no spoilers. Okay, but you have to have a spoiler. Like, how is he in the plane still? Like, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, okay, cool.
It's not realistic.
Yeah, exactly, not realistic. Right, that was the news. Thank you very much for all of you who sent in for our next section, which is, of course, Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way.
In a good, friendly way.
In a good friendly uncle.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, so we have. I've got two for you.
Okay. Ooh, hit me.
Yeah, I've got two. I think these are both. Good. One is one we've had on before, so we could revisit some of the good advice, especially yourself, has given. But the first one here, a friend introduced me to her friend, and we get on super well. But she's now saying we can't be friends without including her. Anyway, we've just booked a week's holiday without her. How do we break the news that we prefer each other more so than the friend
well first of all,
does?
Okay. First of all, everyone in the situation needs to grow the fuck up because you're not children at school anymore. You're grown adults, and people can just.
Sorry, I didn't say this is from Rebecca, year 6.
You stupid idiot!
Stupid idiot! Grow up!
Yeah.
You're 11.
Oh.
You're gonna be the woman of the house soon.
Yeah. Everyone needs to grow up in this situation. Look, you're grown adults. People can hang out with whoever they want to hang out with. Okay, so you can't block people from hanging out with people. Equally, I don't know, be somewhat sympathetic to your mate and be like, you know, I guess we did introduce you, so maybe a bit of a conscious effort. But if you want to go on holiday, you don't need to break. It's not break up. You're not breaking up with her. Just be like, message her and be like, oh, me and whatever. I don't know, Sophie are going on holiday together, so it's fine. Just be mature about this situation, guys. You're all adults. None of you are in relationships. It's friendships, and if you are really all friends, then it's all good. You can all still hang out. Just be mature. Come on.
Be mature. That's the main bit. To her point, how to break the news.
Both sides be mature. Not the girl who was like, you can't hang out with that. That's just ludicrous. You're adults. And equally, you guys being like, how do we tell her we prefer each other? You're not going to do that. You're not going to message her and be like, actually, we prefer hanging out, so we don't want to hang out with you. No, you're just going to be like, me and her are going on holiday. You don't need to explain yourself. You just be like, we're friends.
Okay, let's do a bit of role play. Okay, so you're the person.
What are we, the shambles?
Yeah. See. And see. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some energy in the room, please? Yeah. So you be the friend breaking it, I'll be... Okay, you be the person breaking it, and I'll be the friend. Okay. Hey.
Oh, just so you know, me and Sophie are going on holiday next week.
What? Without me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why the hell did you do that? You're such a bitch. Oh my God.
No.
Like, what?
I don't know. We just really like architecture, and she wanted to go check out this place.
I like architecture.
No, not as much as her.
What? You don't even know her. You've not been friends for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We'll hang out when we get back, though. It's all good.
No, what?
Yeah.
No, probably won't.
Bye.
Probably office.
Done. End scene. Done. You're adults. Fucking grow up.
Well, there you go. So that's that problem solved.
Just be mature. God damn it, you're all adults. That's fine.
Be mature and be honest. I will add to that as well.
Be honest.
No, don't try and sneak around.
Just tell her. You don't have to give explanation why you're going on holiday. Just be like, we're mates and we're going on holiday. That's
ideally, I would have broken the news that you were planning the holiday before booking it. Ideally, but
it was too late now.
C'est la vie. And then the next one, which we've had quite a lot of this type, but I think it's good to bring back. How to navigate dating as a grown-ass adult with full-on metal braces. Do I just not?
Okay, well,
so we've had a lot of dating sort of stuff, but this is an extra curveball. So this lady, she's got full-on adult braces, metal braces. I like the use of metal as well. It doesn't feel like they're cool, like some sort of like Invisalign, whatever. It's like like tracks.
It was an interesting decision not to do Invisalign. But maybe she just wanted it done quicker, so went with the metal tracks, because Invisalign is now the subtle option to adult braces. But so
well, maybe the teeth are so fucked up.
You need it.
You need barbed wire.
I just think I think you need to be honest about it. You need to be. I would maybe make.
You got to be honest about it.
Well, don't hide it on your profile.
Smile.
I mean, on your profiles, don't hide
right,
it, right? Because otherwise, people are going to be like, "Well, yeah." You need to like make a joke about possibly having the adult braces in your profile at some point.
Yeah, Ugly Betty, she was great.
Yeah, just
don't skim over the fact she was called Ugly Betty.
That's a show that couldn't be made now.
No, but it was a great show. But the whole premise of let's have a actress who is fit and then make her sort of look maybe not totally fit, but fine.
How do we do
and
it?
then call her a fucking ugly Betty. Gross.
Let's put glasses on her and give her train tracks.
Train tracks, and then just not brush her hair. But I mean, ultimately she looks fine. But no, we'll call her. And what should we name the show? We've got Gross Betty, Grim Betty, Disgusting Betty, Ugly Betty, Ugly Betty. So what do you do? So don't hide it on your profile.
Don't hide it on your profile. Be honest. Maybe make a joke. Be like, Joe, I've got these on for another 6 months, and like one photo with you smiling,
and update that.
2 months
as the month of singles goes on.
Yeah, because I assume you'll be single until you get them off. But
try and get some sort of app which has a countdown, some sort of widget.
Yeah.
Some sort of app you can burn into.
Just be straightforward with it and honest and open about it. And if people don't like you because you got braces, fuck them. You don't want to go out with them anyway.
100% agree with that. In the particulars, I'd say with the app, maybe if you go with the first photo of you without the braces and second photo with the braces, so you're not there's going to be superficial who might just be sweeping through lots of people and go, so they'll look at and then
dating apps much like TikTok, got to grab the attention in 5 seconds.
But then don't hide it. Don't have 5 photos of you smiling.
Doing a sexy dance is a good way to get attention.
Do a sexy dance.
Yeah.
But also, as Tom said, look, there is so much about you that I'm sure is wonderful. If people can't get over the fact you've got some braces, which is a growing thing, it's a thing you're doing that's going to make you feel more confident and make you probably look better, So if they can't just enjoy your company because of some braces, then fuck them.
Yeah, you don't need them anymore.
You don't need them. You're great.
Mention the braces so people know, because it could, you don't want to get yourself waste your time going on a date with somebody who's like, when they see the braces, instantly put off or whatever. Mention it, but that's
you'll
it.
be fine.
You'll be good.
You'll be absolutely fine. And while you're waiting, do some improv.
Yeah,
they won't mind about your braces.
Do some funny skits,
skits, yeah. But you'll be absolutely fine. So that was Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way. Thank you very much for those who sent in. I'm sorry we can't get to everyone. Now we move on to our final section, our final regular section of All I Do Is Fail, which is, of course, FailMail. This week's one was the worst... Was it the worst?
No, it was most embarrassing things in an office.
Most embarrassing moment at work. So we'll start as ever with so most embarrassing moment at work. We'll start as ever with the people who have messaged in to the official AIDIF Pod account on Instagram. So this goes from a friend of the show, Lauren, who also said, "Thanks so much for the follow. That's made my day. I love being a failure. More of a failure, to be honest, though. Lol." So thank you very much, Lauren.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and you're a lovely addition to the failures. So here we go. So basically, when I was about 7 years old, I had a pet hamster that I loved more than both of my parents collectively. Brackets natural.
Cool. Okay.
Mum gets back from taking me to school one morning and finds that the hamster cage is open and there is no hamster in said cage. Uh-oh. She looks everywhere and can't find it, so gets very upset and stressed. So rings my dad, who is about to do an important presentation at work to about 200 plus people. So this is her dad's work now.
Right.
200 plus people. And because she can't get through to him because he keeps declining the call, she ends up ringing 6 times before he finally picks up. And when he does, he doesn't realise that his audio and phone on his computer is already connected to the venue's speaker system.
Oh dear.
And so my mum's voice shrieking, "We've lost the hamster! I can't find the hamster!" etc. plays out to the entire room.
Right.
My dad sternly tells her he's about to do a presentation, and she then apologizes profusely, which is also then just as embarrassing, so he cuts her off.
If I was at work and my girlfriend called me to say lost the hamster, I'd be like good and hang up.
Yeah, but if your kid's hamster was their world,
yeah, it's a hamster, man.
You
Sort
might
it
have
out. Why do you need to call me? I'm not going to be. If you know I'm at work, what am I actually going to be able to do?
I drove over it this morning.
Yeah. What are you going to be able to do?
So starts presentation, and halfway through gets a message from her saying she's found the hamster. That's a whole other story, which he decides to announce to the audience mid-presentation, which generates a big cheer. So that is all right then. Thankfully, my dad doesn't really embarrass too easily. So there you go. Well done on the dad for playing it by ear. So this is from Simone, friend of the show, our favourite hotel Australian.
Oh, big fan.
Big fan. Calling the hold button on the hold. So I'd say, I'll just put you on the hold. While you're on the hold, can you have your details ready? I'll put you back on the hold while I confirm that information. When I come back from the hold, we start the process. It was a running joke throughout the floor, and someone sent me that clip from The Internship where the two main characters kept calling online on the line, upload the photo on the line. Made me self-conscious about putting people on the hold.
On the hold.
So that's a fun one. And then we've got a couple more who've sent it short ones. Tipping a whole tray of freshly made cappuccinos over important clients. My first day.
Classic.
I also like as well, I thought when she had a whole tray of cappuccinos, she worked at Costa or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like that she takes her job so seriously. She calls everyone who comes into Costa an important client over an important client. And us at Starbucks think everyone is an important client. Yes, that's you coming in during a family vacation. Yeah. And you working on your screenplay.
And you just did the drive-through. Yeah.
And finally, from the AIDIF Pod, the official account, big global Zoom meeting. Forgot I wasn't muted. Yawned loud and long.
Good.
Only realised when the microphone icon lit up.
Oh, no.
But I also assume she wasn't on the video, because you would have seen on the video someone either yawning or shrieking, I guess, would have been the two options. But she must have been off video. But yeah, I love that as well. And so as we move into Q3,
I mean, the audio was off. You could have just looked hyped. Q3.
Yeah. Tom, what you got for us?
Okay, so came onto my boss.
Excuse me?
Came onto my boss, right, trying to be sexy, and ended up having a lunch in Leon to discuss my mental health issues.
The specificity of Leon I really like as well. Yeah. Not even like we took me out for like a nice lunch.
Because a nice lunch would have indicated somewhere, you know, but the Leon says it all, doesn't it? Yeah. It's like, no, you got real mental health problems.
Maybe that's his insecurity. Maybe he's like, or she's like, you know, if you're coming on to me, you need to work on your mental health.
You got some problems.
You're desperate. I had to fire a guy after catching him sniffing cocaine in the kitchen. At work.
Great.
I assume between the hours of 9 to 5 as well. Yeah. Just
get me through, just a little bit of coke.
Who's there in the afternoon, just sort of staring at the microwave, going like, you know what's going to make this pasty more enjoyable?
Bit of gear, mate.
Bit of gear.
So lots of people go on big nights, aren't they? Just plough straight through. That's what I've heard.
Not in the shambles. Quite a night in.
Yeah, never at the shambles. Someone asked for 3 coffees. I heard 3 coffees, and I said, no, you can't have that.
That's funny. We get 3 coffees. No. Can't have that.
Idiot.
Getting caught with vodka in my water bottle that I didn't pay for. Lol. This also like, what didn't you pay for? The vodka? The water bottle? I'm quite...
Yeah.
But also I like the idea of smashing back vodka at your place of work. Jesus Christ. Once got sacked for briefly nodding off during the induction videos. Still got paid for that day though.
Yeah, fair.
So that's good as a win. Period leakage, so going for the cardigan wrapped around the waist to hide the stain look.
Ooh, okay.
Tough. I've never had that.
Really? Missing out.
Fucking tough.
I walked into the toilet cubicle to find my boss having a poo. He hadn't locked the door. just awkward.
How'd you look them in the eye after that?
Yeah, it's just awkward.
Just curling one out. In their happy place. Yeah, but also, why are they the boss when they can't lock a cubicle door? Outrageous stuff.
Maybe he wanted to get caught. Maybe it was a weird pervert thing.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe when he came in, he said like, when they came in, he went, you've passed the test.
Welcome.
Ate all the Haribo a client sent and was sick everywhere at work. Was encouraged to go home. This is Rebecca from year 6 again.
Yeah.
Fucking
Rebecca, you need to put your mum's phone down.
I've never known anyone who's thrown up from sweets. I mean, that is
only children. Only children.
I had just had my nipple pierced and I leant on a magnetic door and got stuck.
Good. Fucking funny. First of all, where is the magnetic door? I would like to know, what office are you working with as the doors are magnetic?
Some sort of safe, some sort of vault.
Vaults, Hydron Collider or something.
We had ordered bonbons for a special occasion. Afterwards, some were left over. We kept them in this room my boss used to have for meetings. One day I was pissed off, thought, screw it, I'm going to eat those bonbons. I was there with lights off, eating them when obviously she comes in with someone. Eating bonbons in the dark.
This is so embarrassing.
Just turning around with like chocolate on your face.
Oh,
no. Stood in front of the lift telling a workmate how fit one of my new colleagues/boss is. And of course the lift doors open and he's in it, stood right there looking at us like, After lunch, had to go back and ask him what jobs needed doing as if I hadn't just called him a fitty. Tough. Relationships at work, tough. Not me, but a guy I know thought he was on mute and farted. He was not on mute. Just a few more here. I was caught stealing a slice of someone else's food, which is not on. Come on.
From the fridge or like...
Don't know. If you give us some details for next episode, if you come in, what was
I'd
it?
like
Was
to
it
know
a fridge?
that.
Was it on their plate?
I mean, if you went in a lunchbox, that is...
Oh.
Wild.
Shocker. When my shirt got ripped at work and no one had the guts to tell me till I got home. Tough. I've updated all the text to British spelling to impress, and then they told me it should be American, which is minor, fuck them. And then finally, a simple one, a classic. It's 5 words long. Pooping on pants while meeting.
Oh, good. A little short but sweet tale that tells us all we need to know, ladies and gentlemen. All we need
It's like
to
one
know.
of those, can you write a story in 6 words?
I pooped a pants.
Pooping on pants while meeting.
Yeah.
Meeting who? We'll never know.
It's like a haiku.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever been embarrassed at work?
I can't think major. I mean, I've fucked up at work and done stupid shit at work. I've never done anything. I've got like proper drunk at work, nights out and like, just been a mess and chatting shit. That sort of stuff. Got off with someone at work. But no, I've never had like a huge embarrassing. My boss shouted at me once, but I thought that was quite funny. Like, he proper swore at me.
No.
Fucking stupid. So he told the intern to film a meeting, and told him like 10 minutes before. And people were giving talks in the meeting. And they were like, "Oh my god, we're gonna get filmed." We didn't know, and we were stressed. And the intern was like, had a really tough day and was crying. And she was like, "I don't know what am I supposed to do this? Everyone's telling me not to do this." And I was like, "Look, don't do it. Say, oh, I'm sorry. It was too short notice, and people hadn't prepared. And if any problems, you tell him that I told you to do that." And so, then later that day, he just stormed into me and goes, "So did you tell the intern, I'm not going to say her name, not to film?" I was like, "Yeah, it was all a bit like a stress. It was having a tough day, and I thought people hadn't prepared, so I thought we could just feedback." I told them we'll just send you the notes of the meeting and stuff. And then he was like, "Okay, don't you ever fucking do that again? How fucking dare you? I am the boss of this company. For an executive to overrule me is a fucking disgrace. Okay, don't ever do that again." And I was like, "Well, that's." That's why you're leader of the shambles.
Yeah.
But that's of authority.
Did he say anything afterwards?
No. He just had his rant and then left. And I was like, obviously it was quite nasty, but I was at the same time, I was just like, he was like in his 50s, and I was just like, you're shouting at like a 23-year-old, and I feel like I did the right thing, and I just know you've lost the plot. It's just like. You're not calm when someone's doing that. You've already had them.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, you're not doing much there. Yeah.
What about you? You embarrassed at work? You never work, so.
I did. You did that.
Embarrassing is not working.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed by my brother's work, which is really good.
Yeah, my production company I worked at. Oh, what I used to do it on stage is talk about used to get when I first joined, was like if I had to do like serious presentations and stuff, I'd get my mum to proofread it because I'm really dyslexic. So sending it off, And anyway, like I accidentally CC'd my mum in the email, like by mistake, to the client and my boss, and and it just said like, "Well done on the spellings, Tom."
So good.
You've really improved.
That's so good. You got to bring that back. That was a funny joke.
Painful, guys. Yeah. Painful.
Right. Well, thank you very much for listening to another episode of All I Do Is Fail podcast. As Tom said, you can get an extra episode every week at the Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIFpod. Thank you very much to everyone who donates and supports us and our show through that. Also, if you want to come to our Tuesday stand-up shows at Vauxhall Comedy Club, it's every Tuesday at Vauxhall Comedy Club. You can come here. You can get tickets through the Instagram bio for AIDIF Pod at AIDIF Pod. Tom, you got anything coming up?
You can follow me at all good social media resources. You can follow me at TikTok. You can follow me at Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube. Not many people do, so that'd be good if some of you did. Yeah. And then, that's about it, really. Yeah,
cool. And I want to say as well, personally, thank you very much to everyone who follows me for my videos. I've not been posting anything for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And really appreciate your patience. I posted my first one back yesterday. I hope you enjoyed it. And I just needed a bit of time off. I was getting burnt out. So thank you very much for people who have still followed and liked the video. So cheers. But until next week, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.